What's going on, guys? Too Fast Joe here, and welcome to the Too Fast podcast. And today's podcast, we're going to have uh, Generation Defenders. Unfortunately, Ruby couldn't be here. She just getting over a cold, so we wish her to get better. But yeah, we have Generation Defenders.
Hey guys, great to be here.
Great,
Ruby, if
and
you're listening to this, be safe, get better. I miss you.
yes. So this podcast, there's no new episode. Obviously, we're on hiatus, and we just want to just talk about what we want to see in Steven Universe and like other stuff. It's gonna be a real chillax podcast.
Yeah, and I think right now I really want to see what's going on with Connie.
Oh yeah,
Like, why haven't we seen her yet?
I'm sure we're gonna see her eventually because she just right now she just focused on school apparently, as normal. But they both been really busy in the past 2 years. But now that Steven has basically no job, like and have no like obligations to do anything, he could go see Connie more.
That's true. So why doesn't he ever go visit her? Like, why hasn't she mentioned her? Like, I understand that she's taking classes and stuff like that, but they could have at least call each other.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. In the next, well, in the next when this hiatus is over, I'm sure we're gonna get an episode about her and Steven relationship.
Yeah, because been to Sadie and Lars to happen to Stephen and Connie at
Yeah,
all.
that's why she wasn't there at the graduation. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Like, why wasn't she there?
Hmm. But
Like, she even knew the off colors when, like, they fused as Stefani. So why wouldn't she be there?
I don't know. That's weird.
Are they hinting something that happened? The only thing I can accept, honestly, as a shipper, this is just me being a shipper, a stupid shipper. If Connie and Steven can't get together, I would only accept it's because Connie has to go to college. Either she is too busy with school, or there's just something really, really personal in her life that she just Steven. Other than that, I want these two to be together. They
well,
adorable. I actually
here's the thing. As like Connie, I do believe like she will go to college. She's still in high school, but she could get transferred to a different high school or like that'll help her to get into a better college. So she might have to move away, farther away from Steven. Just some form that she has to like go away somewhere, and Steven is not okay with that. But she'll be like, "Oh, that's fine. We could always, text each other and blah blah blah." And then there's Lion. He could teleport anywhere in the world. But even though that they can have like all these opportunities to see each other, like it's still change. And throughout this entire season, Steven cannot accept change, so he'll freak out about it.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of like the only thing I accept. If like the only reason why they can't be together is because Connie has to move away or like she has to do something that is that important to her future, then I can accept that. But if it's like oh something really petty, then I can't accept it as a shipper. But as like an average show viewer, I'll just I'll eventually get over it. But my shipper part of me is going to be really really pissed.
I'm sure like they'll get they're gonna be together at the end of this series. All right, they're not gonna like split them up forever. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some type of lovers quarrel. They'll get over it and then happily ever have a bunch of Steven babies.
They better fucking have a lot of Stephen. They better make beautiful Stephen baby.
They better have like 20 gems on them.
Hell yeah. That's actually kind of curious. Like, what would happen if Stephen had kids?
If I had to guess, I don't think Steven will die, or like something like that, like his mother. I have a feeling like um, he'll like reproduce another gem. Like his kid will be born with a gem inside of him, just like how he was. Because they're not gonna kill off Steven just to have a kid. I feel like Steven will, Connie will like birth the baby, and the baby will have his own gym.
What if Steven birthed the kid?
That I'm not gonna get into that.
Like, how would that work?
It
But
wouldn't
anyway, let's
because
go to
it's
the next.
impossible.
That's true. But let's go on to the next topic, and I want to see next is more Jasper.
Right.
We only had one, and
One
I
second. If you guys can hear rain in the background, I apologize for that. It's raining where I'm at, so if you hear rain, please ignore it.
all
Right.
right. So like going back to Jasper, we only had like one episode of Jasper, and I really want to see more character development in her,
Right.
especially since like she was kind of built up to be like a future mentor teacher to, and especially with like Steven being or like at least going crazy and kind of even distancing himself from the gems, this would be a really good opportunity for him to get closer to Jasper.
Right. Well, like this whole first half of the season is just introducing the characters and where they stand. You know, maybe we had more time if we didn't have that filler episode with Rainbow Quartz and Sunstone. But why have a key episode in this very last season, this epilogue season? Yeah, we got to throw in that non-canon filler episode for no reason.
Yeah, that was a really stupid episode. I think that was the worst
Yeah,
episode in all of Steven Universe.
I'm not saying every episode should be a key episode, but it's like this is a epilogue series right now, epilogue season, what you want to call it. This is the end right here. Like we have no time for filler episodes. We're winding down. This is the end times. The end is near.
Yeah, we need to make sure we use any type of episode we have to make it an episode. Like we can
Why?
have like
Why are we
a
wasting
good
resources on this episode? Why are we wasting all this money on this episode that means nothing with a message that is so forced? It's like, why are you teaching this? I don't know.
a good example of like a episode that can be filler and fun but also display a good message is like that's a good example of
I
how
think you cut out right there. What was it?
a good example of being kind of like a filler episode but also displaying a good message would be Steve.
Oh yeah, the Steven Tag episode.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because like that episode was like really enjoyable.
And it was fun and it was funny and
It
was
showed
heartwarming.
fusions like different. I don't know. Like, it showed the same fusion, but in different form, in Steven form.
Exactly. Like why couldn't we just have that with like the Sunstone and oh my, and what was the other fusion?
Sunstone and
I'm gonna
Rainbow
get hate.
Quartz.
Oh yeah, Rainbow Quartz 2.0. I honestly thought that those two were going to fuse together and create like this brand new fusion. I thought that's what the show was building up to.
It would be really disappointing if they did that in this episode. I'm gonna be honest.
Hmm.
Like, and
But like at least it would have been like worth it at the end.
it'll be a good moment, but it still won't be a good episode.
Yeah, but like at least we got something out of the episode. Like
Yeah,
instead of it being completely skippable, at least like you
it's
could have just
100%
waited.
skippable. Skippable. My words.
Yep.
But
But
yeah. Anyway, Jasper. Yeah, I would love to see more of her, but like I said, this beginning part is just an introduction to like the Lapises to uh, what was it, Bluebird and Cactus even, and like I'm sure we're gonna get more of her later on.
speaking of the two Lapises, like it would be interesting to see like Jasper and the nice Lapis interact with each other.
Oh yeah, I still don't trust them. I don't trust that um new one, that the happy one. I feel like she is still a spy. We mentioned this in the last podcast, but yeah, I would love to see No, I have a feeling since those two Lapises, they love power. They said they'll follow Lapis because she displays so much power. And so if Lapis tells them what happened to her and Jasper and they formed Malachi and it was so dangerous, they might get intrigued. So they might go to Jasper to try to form a new Malachi and get all this power.
Yeah, that's true.
And it'll be really cool.
Well,
It'll be really cool. Instead of having the how like Jasper hold them back, kind of like how Lapis hold Jasper back, how Jasper hold the Lapis back when they're in Malachi. You know, like a reverse situation. Have it mirror that, show that Jasper is growing as a person. You know, have a callback to that episode.
maybe that can also be a key step to Lapis forgiving Jasper as well. Because if Jasper joins the Crystal Gems, it'll be really hard and awkward for her and Lapis to interact with each other.
Yeah, I feel like this would be like a good like step to like redemption for her, and like how the crystal crystal gem see Jasper sacrifice herself and have put her through all this torture just to save them.
Hmm. I think the next one I want to see is even though like they're kind of a pathetic villain, I kind of do want to see the return of the blue no, no, Bluebird. That's
Bluebird.
what her name was, Bluebird Agate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean obviously they're gonna be like a returning villain, but most likely come back later on near the end. But like they're not powerful, so they're gonna have to like do some recruitment. So like the Lapises and stuff like that. And like Uh, I'm not. They might have something to do with White Diamond because you see in the intro, White Diamond is all pink, and you see that giant worm. They might have something to do with that. So they're gonna have to play it
That,
smart.
that's true, but I'm a little more curious how their fusion may actually be more. I wouldn't say. I would say what's the word? Compatible. Like
Oh
you know how
yeah.
like they're so messed up that their colors can't even blend.
I mean,
Well, maybe.
yeah. I think
Hmm?
that later on their fusion will be more like compatible. Like I don't think we're gonna see a full on like. Maybe we might see like a new character design, kind of like with Cotton Candy Garnet, got like fully purple. We might see uh, Blueberry like turn purple or like some shade of blue and red, something like that. Because I feel like they will become more compatible, along the like they focus on, hurting Steven instead of hurting each other.
Yeah, and like the more that their colors blend, the more diabolical they can, or they become.
Yeah, I like a dark shade of purple, like a purple and black. You see those in media where it's like the colors of like pure evil.
Yeah, and that can also like show what their character development and like how they start to work better together, and it'll show like how I would say more powerful they can be together.
Yeah, even the two Lapises, like if they learn fusion, they can become more powerful, like just by themselves without Jasper.
Yeah, because like they learned very quickly with all the tricks that Lapis showed them.
Oh yeah, so like they're fast learners, so I'm pretty sure like they're already on the same mindset anyway. They want to level off the planet. They want to terraform it, so and they like fusion for them could like come naturally.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah. What else is there?
Let me see. Oh, I guess since we already brought her up, will definitely like get what's going to happen to White Diamond, but I also want to see like in that episode how this is also maybe like a catch up episode with Spinel as well.
Oh yeah, like Spinel, Pink Pearl, and the Diamonds. Like they know, um, Pink Diamond more than anyone. So I want Steven to go up there and be like, how was she at first? Like she was a destroyer, and like how did she overcome that? And why? When did Spinel come into play? Like I want to see a timeline of like when did she go from a destroyer to like a peacekeeper.
And then in the intro, when you see Spinel on Yellow Diamond's shoulder, her tear streaks are gone.
Yeah. I mean, that could be because like she's so small that they lose detail. Like you see in animation where a character is so far in the distance, they can't do so much detail. Um, I would that would be really cool to see her without her shrieks, you know, her .exe eyes, her .exe tears or whatever. But to show that she no longer feels pain and that she's essentially back to normal, but not like the whole like happy 1930s Spinel. Have her have that, you know, crazy hair, you know, have that but without the tear shrieks. I think that would be really cool.
I think it's supposed to symbolize that, she is,
In pain.
yeah, she's like, she's accepted and she kind of moved on from what Pink Diamond did, and she's open minded to being in a new relationship with the Diamonds, but that still doesn't mean the pain that Pink Diamond caused her is still there. That's why she can't go back to being that bubbly Mickey Mouse character.
Yeah, it kind of like how Pink Pearl she had that crack in her eye because she couldn't accept that Pink Diamond was, you know what I mean, right?
Yep.
It's like Spinel she moved on while Pink Pearl didn't.
Yeah, I would also like to see like an episode with Pink Pearl too. Like even though like we already have a episode with Pink Pearl already, it would be nice to like see her again, just to see like how she's catching up, how
Did she get like did her eye like heal because we didn't see that, like we didn't see her eye heal up at the end because it was shot in a way we can only see her good eye but not her bad eye.
yeah, and even though like I said at the volleyball episode that I ship Pink Pearl and our Pearl, I would still just like to see an episode of just Pink Pearl healing by herself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see like what's their status. You know, is like what do they do? What does Spinel do? Like, is she a court jester? Is she like their like when they miss Steven or Pink Diamond, does Spinel come in like, hey, look at me? You know, it's like what does she do? I want to know her status.
Yeah, me too. I want to see like because I've already seen like a few fan made comics about her being replaced, or like her putting being the stand in for Pink Diamond, since the Diamonds even said that that Spinel reminds them so much of Pink Diamond.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I've seen a few of those too, but at the same time, it's like Steven, he has the status of a diamond. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Cause I don't. I feel like be weird to see Swanell in like in the court, like you trying to like be not like a dictator, but like trying to like do like government stuff.
Yeah, that would sort of be cool to see too. I I also want to see like what's going on with just the three main diamonds themselves. I want to see Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond and White Diamond. What are they doing right now
Yeah,
since they're not
they're doing
dictators anymore?
nothing right now. Is essentially what they're doing because the army had been disbanded. Like the whole way of life has changed. So I don't know what they're doing right now. I don't know if they're like rebuilding other planets or like are they like protecting the universe or I don't know what they're doing.
Speaking of protecting the universe, it's implied that there are other alien races. Maybe we should see some. Well, I guess like that's a little too much with
Remember,
the limited
this is an
episodes we have.
epilogue season, so everything winding down. We can't introduce too many new villains and too many new species because that'll leave too many questions left unanswered, and I don't think
Yeah,
we have
it's
enough
true.
time for this series.
But I guess like maybe I would like an implication of what other type of alien species are there, because maybe that'll give like the diamonds a new purpose. Or instead of doing that, since we are on a time limit, maybe we can just sort of see the diamonds like doing something to help their their empire. Like obviously, like White Diamond's going to be she's still going to be like the main queen. Um, Yellow Diamond's kind of a is like, you know, the head
Se-
military
yeah,
person,
second in command next to White.
and I don't know what Blue Diamond can do.
Well, like I don't know, like blue and yellow and all them. They essentially did the same thing. Conquering planet. It's just that it goes white, yellow, blue, pink. That was a hierarchy.
I think like blue and yellow were on the same level of hierarchy though,
Right.
because like it even shows in like the diamond insignia.
Right. Yellow and blue were on the same like level, and
Yeah,
they
and
had the
pink.
same height too.
Yeah, and like pink was always at the bottom.
Right. It's just that yellow shows more dominance.
Yeah, but like I want to see like what the diamonds are gonna do now, because we've had some indications with like Holly Blue Agate when we went to go see the human zoo in the rose courses
Right.
that the diamonds still give out orders, but since Steven has reformed the Gem Society, they aren't giving as much orders as they used to.
Yeah. And like she wants to like get some type of order from the diamonds, but all they talk about is Steven.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like I also want to be. I want to see the tower. I want that to be confirmed because like my little headcanon was like since Pink Diamond was so destructive, the only way to control it is to make that tower. I want to be that confirmed that that they had to make that tower because she was so destructive.
Yeah, same. I want some sort of confirmation. Or like maybe just an insight of why they parented Pink Diamond that way.
Hmm.
Because like it's even though it didn't really seem like White Diamond cared about Pink Diamond when we first saw her, it's still, confirmed that she still cared about Pink Diamond.
Right.
So I want to see like why she thought, or like why did she treat Pink Diamond that way?
Um. Well, remember before they used to all get along before she was shattered. Even uh Blue said like they used to all like take go and dip in the pool together. Pink would go down the water and try to sing a song and have them guess what it is. So they were all very close at one point. Like she wasn't always T posing and like be a dominant.
Yeah, but remember how like she was talking to Steven when she thought that he was Pink Diamond, how he told him that Pink was a part of her, but she was like the worst parts, and how she had tried her hardest to ignore her and to like push her down so she didn't remind her of all the flaws that Pink Diamond, I mean like White Diamond had.
Right.
Like someone who cares about you wouldn't talk to you that way, but she treated Pink Diamond so horribly. I wanted to know like what was in her mind when she said that.
Hmm. I don't know. Like there's so many questions. Like I don't want like a 15-minute episode. I want like a 30-minute episode explaining all of this. I like
Me too.
I want like a flash. I don't really like necessarily like flashback episodes because it's mainly exposition. But with this one, there's like so many questions. I want to see a full flashback of like what went on, like when she was like created, or like how was she at first. Like for
Yeah,
all
and
we
the
know,
thing with Steven,
she must have drove like the diamonds like crazy. Like all newborns and kids, they drive their parents crazy and whatnot.
yeah, that's true. But like the thing with Steven Universe is that even when we do have flashback episodes, it's not, or at least it's hinted that it's not always true.
Oh
Like
yeah, right. Because
I
the
think the only
silhouette.
flashback episodes we can confirm that are true is like when Greg is like talking about Rose, but that's because sometimes he recorded those and we are watching it through a recording.
Yeah, and also the episode where Steven found out that Rose Quartz with Pink Diamond. I mean, technically it was in Pearl's mind, so it kind of flash like an interactive flashback, basically.
Hmm.
So I think at this point, any flashback episode would be the truth because they know everything. There'll be no point of lying.
But like Steven Universe always has like a really cool way of like showing flashback episodes. It's not like a a boring flashback episodes. They always put like a really cool twist to it.
Right. I mean, as long as it has a lot of lore and is interesting, a flashback episode could be good. Yeah, like most of it just exposition dumps.
Hmm.
But yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, I want to see who the worm boy is.
Like I said, I'm like my headcanon or my theory is that's not Steven, but I feel like that's a part of Steven, like his inner demons coming out in some physical form. It won't like it will still be Steven will have to fight the worm, but he essentially will be fighting himself.
I want to see like if that's true or if like everybody's headcanons of how that's corrupted Steven is true because like I'm really curious about who that goddamn worm is.
I mean, yes, him, the worm, and Steven have the same nose, like the whole like scrunched up nose. If you look at that,
Hmm.
and it is pink, obviously, but it's like I don't know. It just seems weird having Steven himself be the one. I'd rather have like Steven's inner demons come out in some form, you know?
Yeah, that would be a lot more better because that would also like symbolize how Steven has to fight his own demons, and then once he's defeated his demons, that'll also be a way for him to accept change and to accept that he can't control everything.
Maybe Steven like rejects the fact that he's a diamond and he just try to like tear his gem out and try to live without it.
That would
And
be
then that gem gets somehow corrupted and it gets that giant worm.
that would be really interesting. But like we saw in Change Your Mind, how when someone rips out his gem, he can't survive for that long.
Yeah, that would be a very interesting because like you see in this season, like Steven is just like trying to like reject his mother and like everything about it. So it'd be like as long as I have this gem, I will always be my mother's shadow, or like I will always be a part of her. She will always be lingering on me, and so he'll be like, I don't want this anymore, and just rips it out.
That would I would like to see that, but like I don't think he would rip it out because he knows that he can't survive without it unless
But
like he's
but maybe he'd be
extremely
like, I'd rather
suicidal.
die than be a part of her, and then like,
And then yeet.
yeah. I mean, it being confirmed, like he will just straight up die. I don't quote me on this, but I think I saw a tweet from one of the Kronovics that he would just straight up die.
Yeah, yeah, that's the I think I remember like seeing that tweet too.
Yeah, it would either a tweet or some type of Q&A, but yeah, he would straight up die. But he probably wouldn't be thinking at that moment. He'll probably be in pink form, and like he'll be so angry at himself, be angry at his mother. It's like Steven, he just full of anger right now.
He has like a lot of problems at the moment. He needs a therapist like crazy.
Yeah,
And
like I have a
the closest one
feeling.
is Jasper.
I have a feeling when they on him and Connie do meet and he does go crazy, I feel like he is gonna accidentally hurt Connie, and that would be like her running away from him, and like that would be his point where like there is something wrong with me. I need help.
I agree with you. That would be a really, really interesting and dramatic point. But at the same time, I don't want him to hurt Connie either, because
It's
like they're cute
necessary
together.
for the story. All right.
I know, but like they're so cute together. No,
Yeah, but they had that one fight that lasted for a few episodes, and like Connie was all butthurt. With like, Steven, why could you sacrifice yourself? And like we were in this together. Well, it's like he sacrificed himself for you. You should be grateful. You know.
but that just shows that, how much he cares about him. It's just like the shipper part of me is like, no, don't do it. But then, like,
Yeah,
the
like
the Steven Universe fan of me is like, do it. I want to see like something dramatic.
I get it. I'm a shipper too, but it's like I like story as well. I want to see like the relationship go through these rocky paths because not all relationship is going to be smooth. They're going to be bumps and hurdles. So something like this will be a really major bumps.
That's true. That's true. I'm torn.
Hmm. But
Anything else y'all
no,
wanna add?
I know I didn't write any notes. I've been real busy, which y'all find out later on, or unless the video already came out. I don't know, but yeah. Anything else? That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's the main things that I want to see next in Steven Universe future.
Oh yeah, but yeah. This has been Too Fast Joe and the Too Fast Podcast. Go check out Generation Defender on her channel. Links will be in the description. But
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
remember, go fast, don't be last.